Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry, a blue dot in a red state, utilizing Tarot to offer insight into these very interesting times we have going on here in the United States. So I'm really glad that you're here and welcome. The focus of today's reading is going to be pretty much the economy part 2. Yesterday, I did the shutdown and got that was they could probably get this done a lot faster if it wasn't for Trump, but Trump's not helping. Shocking. Today, I'm going to look at the tariffs that we are now incurring. It seems like every day, it's almost like, he has a brain fart and there's a new tariff on something. It was like I'm recording this on Tuesday, September 30th, and today it was announced that furniture is going to be the next thing, and lumber or something. And of course, we're replacing our deck. So my husband's like, "Oh my God, I gotta go get all that deck wood." It's like, "Yeah, you do." So before that increases, and so yeah. So I want to look into the base reading, into the economy, now that we have even more tariffs, but wait, there's more. And also, the government shutdown that I know we're going to have. As I said, I'm recording this on Tuesday the 30th, and by the time you guys see this, this will be the reading that comes out on Friday. And so I'm fully expecting that we have had a government shutdown. Things about this, the Supreme Court is not scheduled to hear the arguments for this until November 5th. So we have tariffs. I mean, he will have to taco on them. I don't see him tacoing. And then I do want to do a quick check on Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. I got that. I wasn't sure if Supreme Court would allow Trump to fire her. I'm going to say right now, there has been a shift in the energy. Okay. And I was kind of feeling, it's like, I was kind of feeling that before. It was like, where they're terrified. They're terrified. And so if it's going to be, my intuitive feeling is if it's going to be, it's going to come down to Amy Coney Barrett and Chief Justice Roberts. It's going to come down to those two. If they can, find a way to stop being so terrified and actually be able to not let him fire the Lisa Cook, because if he's allowed to do that, it's bad. Like all economists have already warned how bad it's going to be. So I want to do a base reading into just our economy, and then I'll look at those other terrifying things, okay, which is the tariffs and how SCOTUS is going to. I just want to do another check-in on Lisa Cook. So as always, this is for entertainment purposes only, and you get to see my Ouija board sweatshirt. I love this sweatshirt so much. It's been sitting in my drawer, and I'm like, oh, is it close enough to October yet? And being a blue dot in a red state, it's also low-key. It's actually not low-key, but it's resistance clothing. I believe it or not, I actually get more compliments on this sweatshirt than I've never had anybody tell me I'm going to hell. I mean, there's always that chance. To which my answer is, will you be there? And of course they'll say no. And it's like, well, then it's probably not going to be that bad of a place. Okay, let's focus in on this. Base reading into our economy. And I do kind of want to know, like, for the next 3 months, through the end of 2025, what is our economy looking like? For the next 3 months. Okay, entertainment purposes only. Our economy. Chariot, moving forward. Okay, let's see what the challenge to our economy moving forward is. The Page of Wands, the messaging. And this, okay, I'm using my Spiral Tarot, and in this deck, the pages are called princesses. Okay, so this is the Page of Wands. The challenge to us going forward is the messaging. Okay, so our economy is being blocked by messaging, by what he is saying. So I'll keep going. The burden, he is a burden. Everything he does is a burden, and this is a burden on the American people. Alrighty. And also those tariffs are a tax on the people. Yeah, the money. And I want to know, where is all this tariff money going? That we're supposed to be getting. It's like, is that lining his pocket? That'd be a good question to ask. In this deck, this is almost a marriage card because, well, I mean, it is a marriage card because you've got, the priest here with the two people, getting, and then the balance. It's like a marriage based on equality. Okay. Except in this, let me keep going with this and how are we in not being happy? Okay, hold on just a second here. Let me kind of take a minute with this. Going forward, the messages, the challenges, the messaging. And all he had to do was just nothing. He could literally have done nothing, and our economy would have been just fine. But he had to get in there and fuck with it. And now the burden that everyone is feeling, I'm curious about these cards here. Like, I understand those cards. Let's put those over here. So the foundation, having enough, the oligarchs, and what they're doing with their piece. I'm kind of looking at this because I've got like these 2 of Pentacles here, and so it's like so like this is tied to this card, and these 2 here and these 2 here, and not being happy with what's being offered. Oh, and it even could be what the government's doing, what the government is trying to do, and the oligarchs and okay, that's what that is. Okay. Sorry, I had to have that land somewhere. Here is, I'm going to read these cards very similar, and they're going to be cards of balance. What are we going to do? And if you look here at this marriage card, there's 3 people. Well, if you look here, you've got, the 2 pentacles, which is going to be these 2 pentacles, and the leader in this one is the jester. So you have the oligarchs and the American people trying to make decisions, but they can't make decisions because of the damn jester in charge, because of the fool, because of the idiot that is trying to make these financial decisions that is ruining our economy. That's where that's coming in. Okay. Oh, that made me feel better figuring that out. Let me see here where else. And then, yeah, what do we do? And in this card, this is a card of not being happy with what's being offered. But in this deck, this 4 behind this person is like a big truth that's about ready to land. Like, you don't like this, but just wait. But wait, there's more. Oh, God. In the Rider-Waite, this cup is actually being offered in front, and the person's not happy with what's being offered. In this deck, what's coming up is, what I'm noticing is that cup is behind. So let's see what is coming in, because we sure as hell are not happy with what we're seeing before us. So what is this big truth that's getting ready to come in? Is it going to be good news about our economy? And that big truth, more 9 of Swords. This is our worst nightmare. Quickly. I always feel like I have to say, hi, Kim. And in this deck, this is that breathing. It's a breathing card. Exhaling. And if it's like, you take a deep breath in and then exhale. That's what I'm wondering, if that isn't like, this is our worst nightmare, but just take a deep breath. It's all going to be okay. And the Sun card. Victory, Ace of Cups, a new beginning, a new, it's like Cups is the emotions, the love, a new outlook. I'm just trying to hone in on that, which, let's see what this is. And overcoming, a new way of thinking, a new, there's going to be like, this is our worst nightmare, what we're going through, but there's like like fresh breath, being like a fresh, like take a deep breath. It's all going to be okay. Like a breath of fresh air that is victory. And the Ace of Cups, like we're happy with whatever this is that's coming in, and it's going to help us to overcome. So let me just ask, will the Supreme Court tell him no on his tariffs? Is this the Supreme Court telling him no? On his tariffs. Four of Swords, putting something to rest, moving forward. Like, and this is, once again, this is the crossing the river Styx. It can indicate death. So putting a rest, like moving on past this. And better agreements for our country. The Star card, hopes, wishes, and dreams. The night, good news. And bringing an end to this, lying and deception. This is reading as though the Supreme Court is not going to let him continue with the tariffs. Sadly, that doesn't happen until November 5th. But so a lot can happen between now and then. Be prepared for the for those tariffs, because I read an article where he's trying to change them up in some way so it doesn't look like he's doing this for the reasons that he's doing it. It's like only the Supreme Court would allow that nonsense. But this is showing that he actually is that the Supreme Court will tell him no. That's surprising. Okay, I do want to check in again on Lisa Cook, because that one is like they're expected to rule on that at any time. They may have ruled on this by the time this reading comes out on Friday. So let's see. Are they going to allow him to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook? Are they going to allow him to fire her? Messages. And the Page of Wands. This is offering something, and working. I don't think, like, these are really good cards. It's like the messaging of something of value, working on something of value, and the Sun card. Like, we're going to let this continue, her continue working. Let's just see. Is Lisa Cook going to stay as Federal Reserve governor? Is from Lisa Cook's perspective, how is she feeling after the Supreme Court ruling? How is Lisa Cook feeling after the ruling? Moving forward, the balancing, like between, if this is going to be a really close vote, that I will say. And she's not leaving. This is like looking back, like there was the possibility of her to leave, but she's not leaving, not right now. I don't think that they are going to allow her to be fired. If she is fired, just know that with some of the other stuff that I've been getting, she will be reinstated if she is fired. I'm not getting that the Supreme Court's going to allow that to happen. And surprisingly, I'm getting I think that by the time that thing comes up in November, the tariffs, I think there's been a lot of other stuff happen that is going to help sway the court to side with the American people. That I will say on that. So, as of right now, it looks like Lisa Cook is going to get to stay. I will absolutely be doing more readings later, like closer to that November thing, because I have a feeling there's going to be other things happen that we're not seeing yet that would encourage the Supreme Court to actually uphold the law of the Constitution and not the whims of a deranged, crazy person sitting there in the White House. So entertainment purposes only. That's what I'm getting today. I think the October energy readings will be coming out tomorrow for Saturday and Sunday. As I'm recording this, I haven't done those readings yet. I will probably record those on Thursday, maybe Friday. I want to get a little bit more into, kind of wanted October to I wanted to have some kind of anchors there for October, because it was this last week of September and these first few days of October have been the energy's been real chaotic. So I kind of have been hoping, and I do hope that by the time I record it, the energy kind of settles in a little bit better, because right now it's feeling, like we're in for a wild ride for October. So, you'll be seeing those October energy readings tomorrow, and I'll be just as surprised as you are, because I haven't done those as I'm doing this recording now. So, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'll put another reading up here for you to check out. I'll probably put I may put Lisa Cook up here. I may put a second one too if there's something else that I find that is relevant. And yeah, check out some of my other readings. Like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next reading. Have a great day.